So the local people didn't even have access to their own forth. This is all in the press, verified. Agents show up in Bloomsburg. To what?
You're sort of skipping out here, Bill, Joe. We're only getting part of your story here.
All right. Yeah, and what you know, first time.
Yeah, but it's not working out. Joe, it's not working out. There's something wrong with where you are, or you're moving, or something. But we can't.
How about right now? Are we good right now?
Now we're at 11:30, so you're gonna have to hold again. So my apologies for those couple of minutes of non-radio there, but we've got, look at it, even with our great cell phones of today, we've got those kinds of things happen. My Bicardo watch tells me that it's 11:30 and 40 seconds. Time for a break. We'll hear from our great sponsors. We'll come back, do our Veterans Tribute, the weather, and then all of you at 570-883-0098. Our Veterans Tribute this hour and every hour, this day and every day. Brought to you by our man John Basiliga and one of his great companies featured today, Serenity Care Personal Care Community. 4 locations, Mid-Valley, Old Forge, Wyoming, Kingston. Dementia care units at Mid-Valley and Kingston locations. All 4 facilities completely renovated inside and out. They are beautiful. They are the gold standard for senior care in Northeast Pennsylvania. Robert Cleaver, he was 74 when he passed. April 1st. He was from North Center Township. Born in Berwick, attended Nescopec schools. Part of the first class to graduate from Berwick Area Senior High School in 1968. He served us in the U.S. Navy from 1968 until 1972 during the Vietnam War. He was with Attack Squadron VA-115 out of Whidbey Island on the USS Midway. He was a second-class aviation electrician's mate and a flight deck troubleshooter, which he said was the best job he ever had. A proud veteran. He continued his education after that at Luzerne County Community College. He worked for Bechtel, the big construction contractor, and later integrated with PPL at the Susquehanna Nuclear Power Plant. Bechtel built it. He retired in 2006. In August 1973, though, he went on a blind date with Jean Harris. A year later, they were married, and a relationship that started as a blind date turned into a marriage of nearly 51 years. He was a member of the First English Baptist Church, Bloomsburg, and Light Street Community Fire Company. He loved life, and he loved trains, both real and model trains. He was diagnosed with ALS in 2017. In addition to his loving wife, Jean, he'll be greatly missed by his son, Matthew, his granddaughter, and many other family members. Robert Cleaver. George Havey. We lost him May 30th. He was from the Honey Pot section of Nanticoke. Don't you love that? He died 9 days shy of his 87th birthday. He was born in Nanticoke, graduate of Nanticoke area schools. He served us in the U.S. Army Enlisted Reserves from June 1961 to April 1967. He was a truck driver for 33 years with the Wicks Company in Wilkes-Barre Township. An avid sportsman. He loved to hunt and fish at the family farm in Hunlock Creek. He was a skilled craftsman. He could build anything, including his own family home, which he constructed from the ground up. A jack of all trades and a member of St. Faustina Parish, Nanticoke. Surviving is his loving wife of 65 years, the former Anne Marie Borofsky. His daughter, his son, 4 grandchildren, and other family members. George Havey, our great veterans this hour, brought to you by John Basiliga and Serenity Care. Storm Tracker 16 forecast for meteorologist Anthony Borderano. Today, partly sunny with a chance of showers and thunderstorms, 88 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 67. Wednesday, sunny with slight chance of a shower, 88. Thursday, clouds, some sun, chance of thunderstorms, 86 degrees. The Rolling Stones. Murph tells us this date, 1978, they moved from number 14 to number 7 with their hit, Miss You. And they were cool. They were great. And they're still going. It's amazing. I like that Lauren Green. I love the reporters from the Washington Examiner. Somebody asked if it was a Republican-based newspaper. And that's a funny question. Because when you watch left stream media, which is the legacy media, I guess, and you watch Fox, and I'm not talking about the opinion shows, I'm talking about the news. People want to interpret it as a conservative alternative. No, it's a truthful alternative. This is a truthful alternative to the Washington Post. They tell the truth without fear or favor. You could read all the stories. They're not hiding anything. And so, I don't know. I won't agree to your characterization, but see, they get us to use that characterization, which is not true. I mean, you heard her. She's straight down the middle, reporting what actually happened, what actually is. And we think that that's conservative or Republican based. No, it's normal. So this idiot Mayor Bass out in Los Angeles. I mean, these left-wingers are disgusting people. She's trying to chase the border agents out on the ICE border agents on the anniversary of the devastating fire that she let get out of control. And those houses they're not even beginning to rebuild them. They're calling the city, she's saying that the city of Los Angeles is under siege from federal agents. No, they're under siege from you. Go through those hundreds and hundreds of blocks of devastation, which you have not even lifted a finger to restore. These people are so insane. Somebody did hear what Joe was saying from Berwick. They said you talk about some local swimming holes, they get trashed, overrun, then closed to everybody. And it's a shame for locals who've been enjoying the place for decades. But anyway, back to that point. If you detect something or a conservative slant on what she's telling me, and we interview the Washington Examiner reporters quite often, and we're trying to find out the truth here. The truth will set you free. I'm not looking for conservative voices. I'm looking for normal voices to actually report. By the way, every time I look up on my monitor the discovered dead in these Texas flash floods, it's now up to 109. Wow. Somebody texts again, apropos of nothing in particular, but let's see. Thought you might appreciate this. My neighbor turns 100 in 2 weeks. She was taken by ambulance yesterday because she injured her back trying to open a sealed window. Her family said the doctors are worthless because she's so old. I told them they needed an archaeologist. They enjoyed the chuckle. We are sure she's going to be fine. That's a pretty good line, but you have to make sure you do it at the right time. Yeah. They might need an archaeologist. Well, let us take a break. We want to hear from our great sponsors. We love them because my Bacardo's Jewelers watch time tells me it's 11:43 and 38. We'll be back. Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Gerard. We're back. Bob Cordaro on the eponymous program. Somebody texted, I got to chuckle out of the archaeologist joke. I told you one time that you know you're getting old when you fall and no one laughs and everyone gets nervous. Yes. LTS back at you. Somebody says the Tubbs Park area, I'm assuming of Hazelton, has also been dealing with out-of-towners and littering, dirty diapers, broken glass, etc. See, I'm of the opinion that there should be massive fines for littering. Like, I don't mind anybody smoking. I love to smoke myself. When they throw it, cigarettes in particular, the wrappers and the butt, they should $500 fine. You want to be a pig? $500 fine. That's where I think they should draw the line. By the way, I don't know, these things flow in and out, and you get various feeds, and one of the ones that's coming up for some reason, because I'll look at them, is Caitlin Clark, the women's basketball player. And I've really noticed that they let not only her, but the entire WNBA. I mean, a walking violation is just an idea. Nobody gets called for walking, and they all walk. And the other comment is these girls resent her greatly, even though she's bringing attention to them. They don't take it on the positive side. Like they would really hurt her if they could. A lot of her opponents, they're really jealous, and they don't get it. Nobody would be watching you if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. That's just the way it is. Accept it and enjoy it. Somebody says, to your point on newspapers, bias versus the truth, much the same how we allow justice to be defined as conservative when they're just constitutionalists. We'll be back. President Trump holding a cabinet meeting. His cabinet meetings are incredibly impressive. They really are. What a great cabinet he's put together. That is one of my favorites. Steppenwolf released their hit Born to Be Wild, Murph says. This date, 1968. Somebody mentioned the Tubbs. I said Hazleton, thank you. It's right off 115 in Wilkes-Barre. There's a tragic drowning death there recently. I remembered that. Like a 17-year-old kid or something terrible. Somebody texts in, oh, please make a bigger deal about throwing away cigarette butts. It really is disgusting, and everyone that does it acts as if it's okay. Amen. Amen. I don't care if you smoke. I don't care if you blow smoke near me. I don't care if there's smoke in the bar where I am. I really don't, because then I can smoke. But the other point is, but don't be a pig about it, all right? That's all. So, okay. So I will make a bigger deal. I mean, on occasion, we'll make a big deal out of it. Mark from Hazelton texts in, isn't it stunning that the Dems will clap for Hakeem Jeffries and not clap for that 13-year-old cancer victim during Trump's State of the Union address? Yeah. No, it's not stunning. These people are awful. Your Democrat elected officials are awful. There's still some good ones in Northeast Pennsylvania, but they're voting along with the worst people on the planet. Just remember that. We can say they're nice and they're this and that, and I like them, and it's true. But they're voting with some of the most awful people on the planet. I always bring up the vote that every Democrat in Northeast Pennsylvania, the Republicans had proposed that there could be no targeted abortions of Down syndrome pregnancies. Every Democrat, every Democrat voted to allow them to do targeted abortions on Down syndrome children. Period. Just remember that. Now, Doug does the right thing. He says he puts the butt in my back pocket and dump it in my trash when I get home. Or put it in the package, whatever. And somebody else says littering is the gateway crime. So easy. Now what can I get away with next? Never throw your smoke butt, says Doug. I'm with you. Well, we're going to finish today with the song that started my, I don't know if you call it a career, radio career, in 1987. It was our opening song of a station I built called WWAX AM 750. Jack Griswold played this song at 6 a.m. July 20th, 1987. Fifth Dimension. And on this date in 67, it moved from number 12 to number 7 with their hit, Up and Away. I figured we'd finish with this one. The Bulldog said he was in an up and away mood after his little vacation. Yeah, so we'll do that. Hey, so much to talk about and so much to... This fight just doesn't end, does it? And I ask you, and I'm going to pray for these families who've lost right now 109 souls in Texas in a flash flood that, man, beyond devastating. It's an incredible tragedy, a national tragedy. Think about them and pray for them. I guarantee it helps. I guarantee it helps, and it matters. So as the Fifth Dimension continues, final mention of our veterans we lost, brought to you by our man John Basiliga. First Sergeant Frank Scherer. He was from Pine Grove. Edward Sandy, Scranton. Leon Vieira, Scranton. Thomas Ritzko, late of Arizona. Born, I think, in Scranton. George Havey I love this. The Honey Pot section in Nanacoke. And Robert Cleaver, North Center Township, our great veterans today. Our Bicardo Jewelers, your Breitling, Oris, Longines, Michelle, Shinola, Luminox, and Swiss Army Watch Store tell me it's 12 noon. Gotta go. Sue Henry next. Rob O'Donnell after that. But for now, we gavel to a close this great meeting of the Club for Common Sense. Adios.